All right, guys, we are live. We are back with my boy Jordan, JTR06, a very good friend of the channel. What's going on, dude? Thanks for
Not
popping
much.
in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, we've I told Jordan right before this. It's not every day that we get to talk. So once a year, I'll make the time. You guys can hear I'm a little. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm just trying to get it going. Got some tea. We're gonna power through it. But appreciate you being here, dude. Real talk.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, like I said, I've got a pretty busy schedule. You've got a schedule and the time zone differences. With me in Taiwan, you're in the US. I pretty much only get to jump on with you when it's the vacation time.
Yeah. So we'll do this. Maybe once, like I said, maybe once a year. So, um, of course, everyone knows you from the Chinese talk, but we're gonna get into some things a little bit different. We won't just stick on that topic, but I kind of want to start just with the new Instagram. I know some of the guys in the Discord were asking me to ask you about what's going on over there. So, you want to talk about that? We'll get into that just a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So basically, like I just said, I live in Taiwan, so I have direct access to traditional Chinese cards. And then on top of that, I've kind of got better access to simplified Chinese cards, which are sold in mainland China. So the thing that I've been noticing, like pretty much since I started following your channel, I've always said this, is that people get ripped off hard. They think they're getting a good deal with Chinese cards, but like they're getting ripped off pretty hard. Because the prices that people sell these cards for in Taiwan and in China is often like 50% of what they go for on eBay. So these sellers they might be buying a card for $100 and then selling it for double on eBay. And I've always had it in the back of my mind that I could easily flip some of these cards to grow my own collection, and then it just seemed a little bit too much work. I never really wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, like we were just talking before we came on live, I bought the Star Deck 100 Forest Pikachu card, and I paid I can't remember the exact amount. I want to say around about $100 or so.
Okay.
And then I checked the eBay prices after it arrived, and I saw the cheapest listing was $280. So I was like, holy cow, like, these cards are crazy expensive. So I immediately listed it on eBay for $200. I thought I'll just flip it and then buy another one. And it sold within an hour of listing, with my eBay account with zero feedback. That's basically why I set the price so cheap at $200, because I've got like 20 years of feedback as a buyer, but none as a seller. So I thought, okay, I'll put it as 200 and then get a quick sale. And then I realized, okay, like maybe this is something that I could actually start to do, provide like a Chinese card sourcing side hustle, basically, where I'll flip cards for significantly less than they're selling for on eBay. And then like I'll get some money for myself, and then these people who actually want to buy these Chinese cards, they'll be saving a lot of money as well.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited to see what you how you grow, and like I said, any help that you need, let me know. I'll do the best that I can to push the score and
follower.
all that stuff. Yeah, I'm your first follower, dude, and I had to pay it back. And if you get any sealed products, sealed Chinese boxes, you know who to call. Like I'm your guy.
It's going to be like very specific items right now, because I haven't quite figured it out yet, but when I've sent stuff to you in the past, or to Eric, or this card that I just sold, the shipping from Taiwan to America is $22 if you want it tracked, which I'm obviously going to want to do if I'm like shipping a high-end item that's $100 or so.
Yeah.
So like whatever I sell, I'll pay for the shipping myself, and then I'll still like guarantee that I will undercut anybody on eBay in any language. So like it doesn't matter if it's Korean, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, like I'll undercut them significantly, and I'll pay the shipping myself. And that's basically the situation. So because of that, I'm not going to be able to get everything for like a great price. So if I can't get it for a great price, I'm just not going to sell it. So things like booster boxes, for example, a traditional Chinese booster box is already $47.
Mm-hmm.
And traditional Chinese and Japanese have a one-to-one release schedule. It's like the exact same product range. The only thing is that everything's delayed in Taiwan by 1 week. So like traditional Chinese gets everything that Japan gets just 1 week later. And the booster box price in Japan right now is $36. I know it's going to like increase, but the retail price. So I think it's probably not even worth anybody buying a traditional Chinese booster box from me, unless it's for like older sets that have already skyrocketed in Japanese and still cheap in traditional Chinese.
Okay. Yeah.
But then like the big thing would definitely be singles. Like the Japanese singles appreciate in value so quickly, whereas the traditional Chinese ones don't. So like if somebody wants a bubble new, for example, like I can get that easily for a much cheaper price than Japanese and even like the Chinese prices you see on eBay.
Okay, cool. And you, like I said, you always could use my my Discord for like the test run, you know, and to show your cards. I know I feel like the Discord is so like well-rounded, and everyone just doesn't collect English. It's starting to feel like it's actually a non-English Discord, which is awesome.
Well, it's pretty much a Japanese Discord.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much Japanese, and the tag guys have taken that over. Exactly. So funny. But yeah, and like I said, if you find any Japanese or Chinese booster boxes that you think I would like, just send me a photo and I'll probably be all over that.
Maybe for some of the older sets, but like I said, probably like Sword and Shield or Sun and Moon. Like the Sun and Moon's traditional Chinese sets right now, they're almost impossible to find.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, most of them have been shipped to China or Europe or America by now, like the ones that people are actually holding. Like because it's traditional Chinese is printed in such small numbers. Like once it goes quickly and then it's gone. Like in terms of the product.
Yeah, the Dragonite booster box you got, Eric, was so cool. That was
so the Dragonite booster box, surprisingly, that was by far the most overproduced traditional Chinese Sun and Moon box. So like those I can still find, not easily, but relatively easy.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the other thing as well. Right now, I'm probably not going to take requests. I'll probably pick things up myself that I think, okay, this item is like way cheaper than it's selling for on eBay. And then I'll probably just post it to my Instagram or something and say anybody.
Okay.
And if nobody wants to buy it, then I'll just keep it on my PC. Yeah.
Perfect, dude. Perfect. What do you think? Oh, so with that all being said, should we just move on to some market talk? How do you feel about I mean, we don't have to talk just like I said purely about the Chinese market, but maybe just a total market in English, Japanese. What are you collecting? Where should we start?
Actually, I just can't buy at all in this market. Like really, I'm not. So last time I came on, I told you that I'm not a sealed investor. So I surprisingly, like it'll blow most people's minds, but I told you last time that I've never actually bought a single English booster box. And
that's crazy.
I started collecting again with XY Base.
Mm-hmm.
In all of that time, I've not bought a single English booster box because I don't know, as a collector, to me, English booster boxes don't look good. I mean, Japanese booster boxes look amazing, but like an English booster box is expensive. It's hella expensive.
Like this, like it doesn't like
right.
It's like what?
Just like
space
right. It's just like a white front with like a small banner at the bottom and then two sides and then some stock images on the back. So
yeah, it doesn't even have the stock images in the back anymore. They took them off, like they took them off, took a Pokemon off.
Yep. So I've never been like an English booster box collector, but yeah, I can't buy any, especially English. Like most of my PC, I'd like to, like the cards that I really like, I like to buy them in English in PSA 10s. And then like the cards that I like, but they're not my favorites, I'll usually buy them in Chinese for much cheaper because I have direct access to that.
Nice.
Yeah, but basically, like I want to say for almost a year now, I haven't really bought anything in English. It's
Damn.
crazy. Like, and then even Japanese now, like it's so expensive. If anybody was collecting Japanese in the Sword and Shield era, like the first half of the Sword and Shield era, prior to like the female trainer boom, like you'll know that even in Japanese, the chase hits, the secret rares, they were called alt arts or whatever, they were like not much more expensive than what they were selling for in traditional Chinese. Now they're just crazy, like the prices on these cards.
Isn't it like kind of hard? Well, I kind of already know your answer to this. I don't know why I'm asking, but I'm like, is it kind of hard for you to hold on to some of these cards? Because I know you have like a really nice collection. Do you ever think sometimes like maybe it's time to let some of its stuff go, or maybe?
So it is, and I never sold a single card until last year. And I've talked before about my red collection. I had every card featuring red in the PSA 10 except for the Cardass cards. I have got the Cardass in like lower grades. But the Trainer Red is like, that's like me. That's my childhood self. And I just gravitate towards those cards. So I actually fragmented my collection. So it always really bothered me because I had the red challenge from Unbroken Bonds and then the red and blue from Cosmic Eclipse in PSA 10s. And I bought them for less than £60 each, like when they first came out. And they had the old PSA cert where it didn't have the scans on their database.
Damn.
And it always bothered me because I always thought, I would never buy a card now. I like Jake's here. I see Jake. I know Jake. He's talked many times about buying the old PSA certs and it not being a problem. But I'm in Taiwan and I buy my cards online, and there's no way that I'm going to buy a PSA card that doesn't have the certification, like doesn't have a modern cert that I can go into the database and compare the shots because there's so many fakes out there.
Yeah.
And if I'm selling my card from Taiwan in the future, which I don't plan on doing, but if I did do that, then I imagine people are going to have the same kind of thing, like idea. Like if I'm selling a $500 card on eBay and I'm located in Taiwan and there's no like pictures in the PSA database to compare them with, then there probably will be like way fewer potential buyers.
Yeah.
So I sold both of those cards, the red and blue from Cosmic Eclipse and then the Red's Challenge.
Dang.
I sold them both for like £1,100. I sent them back to my mom in the UK, and she helped me sell them. I listed them on Facebook Marketplace, and then she helped me meet up with the guy and did the transaction. Yeah. And it was at the point where I thought there's no way that this is a $500 card now, and this is like $600 card. It's pounds, I should say.
Yeah,
it's not going to last. And I already, because prior to that, there were a ton of copies of those cards on eBay, raw for like 50, 60, 70 pounds. So, and they all disappeared. So I figured like people snapped them up and then they've sent them off to PSA or whatever. So I sold both of those cards for 1,100, and then I bought them back for like £800, which I kind of buckled because I thought they would go much lower than that, but at the same time, it's like the heart of my collection, so I couldn't not have them. So I thought, okay, I'll get them back. So they're modern PSA certs now with the pictures in the database, which like is good for me. Like that's what I want. And yeah, basically I got a little bit of profit out of it, and got my cards with the
new certs.
Yeah. So that's basically my entire experience with like selling personal collections. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I would sell really any of my other cards unless I had like financial problems. The only other card that I've ever sold prior to that Pikachu that I just mentioned and those two cards was the gold Switch card from 151, and it was a Chinese card. And that card's like worth nothing in English, I don't think. It's just like the gold card with like the two Pokeballs. And
yeah.
But in Taiwan, like the key cards are like the playable cards.
Mm-hmm.
So that card was worth like the price of a booster box. I thought, I don't care about that card. So I sold it for probably like $35 or something like that.
Nice, dude. Yeah, in this market, it is literally so hard to not look at the price and not think about just selling. I don't know if you heard, but I sold all of my English cards. I have 0 English cards in my collection besides my PSA graded slabs. Everything else is just gone. I want to focus on just all Asian languages. So all of the, it's just way cheaper, and then I could do more with my dollar. But then I sold them off pretty easily. I thought that would have some type of connection when I was like letting them go. I was packing them up to a friend, and no, just let them go, and I'm happy that I made that decision. Let me adjust the chat really quick. Say what's up to everybody before we get started. What's going on, Jake? What's going on, Sky Ninja? Taco, what's going on? Hectic, what is going on? You know that. I can't put your your jokes on the screen. Xavier. Who else is here? Zard lurking. What's going on? And yeah, thank you guys all for coming on to a late night live. It's 10:30. Oh, and Hatrix, what's going on, dude? I know it's kind of late. And what time is it over there for you, Jordan?
2:50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, afternoon.
So you haven't been buying anything? Is that what you're?
I've been buying some Chinese, but like my English and Japanese collection, like, oh, actually that's not true. Okay. So I have been like keeping close eyes on auctions.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, like eBay auctions, because I don't have direct access to card shows like you guys do. And for me, buying English is really, really like tough, or Japanese. Like America is basically, like I heard Jodo Jake say in his video, it's like a hub for all things Pokemon.
Yeah.
You can get pretty much anything if you live in the US, but in Taiwan, not really. So yeah, I usually keep an eye on eBay UK auctions. And then if I can get something for a good price, then I'll have it shipped to my mom's address. And then like 3 or 4 times a year, she'll send like care packages or whatever of them, and then just put them inside. So something that I've really got into recently is something a lot of people won't be interested in these at all. I've seen a lot of people say they're stupid and stuff, but it's graded Japanese packs.
Oh, okay.
They say graded Japanese packs. And it all started with this one right here. So I got this Japanese.
Gotta have that one.
Right. So it's the Japanese jungle in the PSA 10. And my idea behind buying this was that first of all, like I've never really been a big Japanese collector or any language at all other than English until I came to Taiwan. And I just refused to look at Japanese. I was one of those people. And I never realized that the pack art and the booster box art is like elite. It's amazing. Like if you compare jungle Japanese to jungle English, base set Japanese to base set English, anything, especially from Wizard of the Coast through to Sun and Moon, like the Japanese pack art is just incredible, and the booster box art is incredible. So I was originally looking to buy an English base set jungle and fossil packs, like in the slabs, in the PSA slabs, just as collection pieces, because I'll never be able to run a booster box. And that Japanese slab popped up, and I was looking and I was like, oh my god, the pack art on this is incredible. Like it's so much better than the English, which is just like a Wigglytuff with like a blank green background or whatever. A Cypher as well as the other. So I really like began to take a deep dive in that. But first of all, it was the jungle pack, and my whole the way that I managed to talk myself into buying that was, I thought, okay, I'm never going to own a Japanese jungle booster box. The pack art looks amazing, the booster box art looks amazing, but I'm never going to own it. So what is the next best thing? And I was like, okay, it's going to be a booster pack, and it's going to be in a slab. And then I thought, I need to get it in a 10 because my whole idea was that every jungle pack in Japanese had a holo. So I thought, okay, the reason to get a sealed pack is to like open it and then potentially pull a PSA 10 holo card. So it's like, if it's a lower grade pack, then the card might be damaged, so I've got to get a PSA 10. And then I found that I followed that card for like 6 months. It was listed on eBay for like 6 months, eBay UK for £200, and I was watching all of the Japanese jungle packs slowly get picked off from eBay US.
Damn.
It got to the point where in the US, those jungle packs were like, they'd gone up to like $400 or something. I was like, okay, if I don't buy it now, then it's going to go. So I started with that. And then from there, like I noticed the Dream League pack had red on it. So I was like, okay, I need that one for my collection. So I got the Dream League pack from my red collection. And then just recently I got the, what is it? Oh, Shining Legends. Is it called? Yeah, I think it's Shining Legends, right? This one.
Oh yeah, stupid fire. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, I need that booster box.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the other thing as well, is that a lot of those Japanese booster boxes, I would never even consider buying them now, because I think the chance of them being a reseal is so high. Like those Sun and Moon era Japanese booster boxes, they had basically zero like anti-tampering protection.
I know. Yeah.
The seal on them, the tear strip, like those older boxes, you could like open it without like tearing the strip. So I don't know. I would never, especially after do you remember the V-Star Universe scandal?
Oh yeah, the juices.
Yeah, the boxes, right. So I don't know. They looked like perfect boxes, and then you'd open them up and there'd be a juice box inside. So
yeah,
there's no way that I would spend that much money on the Japanese booster box. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to start with these PSA 10 slabs. I'm not going to buy modern, but it's going to be like anything from WotC through to Sun and Moon. Then those high-end Japanese booster boxes, they look incredible, and so do the pack out. So that's kind of what I want to move into now.
I would just grab the booster box and just shake it and just hear the contents. You see, maybe it's a little protein shake, maybe it's a juice. You know, I got to give it the old shake test. But when I go to Japan, I think you're the one that said it in one of the comments. You're like, man, Henry's Japan list is getting pretty expensive. I think we're at like
you got 100 things on your Japan list already.
Oh my God, I was laughing so hard. Yeah, but I you know, for someone like me that just collects the booster boxes, like artwork, I'm probably gonna have to bite the bullet and buy some of those expensive booster boxes at some point. The art's just too incredible. I would love the booster packs as well, but I don't know. I need the box. I'm a box guy.
You know, I watched your live with Mimic Brew.
Oh, madness.
I didn't watch it all though, so I kind of missed that part. I don't know what everybody's talking about when it got crazy or whatever. I know Joro Jake jumped in a little bit later, but I didn't watch the entire thing.
So you need to watch like the back half. The first half was rough. It was like Mimic Brew just like not paying attention, just doing whatever he was gonna do. The first half, I was trying to get him like to have a stick on a topic, but he just kept on running, doing his own show. And I was like, okay, well, then Jake got done with his live, he popped on, and then Joey hopped on, and then it was just a madness part. Yeah, it was so fun. There was so many moments. You need to go watch back that if you haven't watched it. Yeah, no, from the 2 hour mark. Jake, what was that?
Oh no, continue.
Oh, Jake photoshopped Real Breaking Nate, his costume on our Team Rocket Joey's costume on Real Breaking Nate. They look like the same person side by side. Me and Jake were pink in the face, laughing. Like, it was amazing. It was probably my best live to date. Like, it was amazing.
Okay, I'll check it out. The point I'm gonna make though is that Mimic Brew said something in that live before it got crazy.
Yeah.
And he said like he's got basically open boxes that he just has on display, ETBs and
Oh
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
And then I saw Heart Attack in the Discord. He also had like a Dream League booster box that was just empty.
Yeah.
And like Mimic Brew said, like just slap the box in an acrylic and it's good to go.
Call
I've also had a Dream League. So way back in the day, I bought 2 Dream League booster boxes, so I could get the Lily's Clefairy promo. There's a guy selling. I don't know if you know, but it was like whenever Dream League came out, if you bought the booster box at the Pokemon Center, then they gave you this Lily's Clefairy promo card, and it was basically like. It was like the missing card from Cosmic Eclipse. So Cosmic Eclipse had like all those character rares with like the Red's Pikachu, Dawn's Piplup. Mm-hmm. There was a Lily's Clefairy as well. And the only way you could get it was by buying 2 booster boxes, 1 booster box at the Pokemon Center, and then they'd give you the card. It did come out in Korean as well, and Indonesian, but whatever, getting off the point. The point I'm making is that I bought 2 booster boxes of Dream League. The guy bought 2 booster boxes so that he could get a Lily card for himself. And then his condition when he came back to Taiwan, he was like, I'm selling these 2 booster boxes. You need to buy both booster boxes to get the promo.
What?
So I bought both like Dream League booster boxes to get the promo for free. And I opened both boxes and pulled out the secret rares.
Yeah.
And once I pulled the secret rares, I just didn't bother opening the packs. So I just ended up putting the packs back into one of the booster boxes. So I've got like one like really minty Dream League booster box.
Damn.
It's got like 8 packs inside it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know. I told Tyler to send me that empty box. I'll just put it in acrylic, like you said. I'll stuff it with the juice box and call it a day. Is this the Piplup you're talking about? Because you sent me this.
Yeah. I sent you that one.
Yeah. I was going through cards to grade. I'm probably gonna grade this for my girl, and then just throw into like a nice little graded card because she's a huge Piplup fan. So I still have these. I'm going through them, and yeah, appreciate you.
You'll get it in your
my graded bag.
Your graded whatever. But what I'm saying is like you're kind of like offloading a lot of your collection while it's liquid.
Yeah, exactly.
Those 2 traditional Chinese promos on the shelf behind you, I sent you those like 2 years ago.
Oh, these?
Yeah, they're both worth like over $100 now, I think.
Yeah, I'll never get rid of this.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you want to get rid of it, if you ever want to get rid of it, you don't ever have to feel like you'd be salty about that.
No, I don't get rid of stuff that people give me.
I bought them for like $5 each. So
damn. Dude, that's so crazy.
I wish I bought more. I bought a ton of the Growlithe, but I only bought 2 of the Pikachu in Taipei, and I sent them to you and Eric.
Yeah.
And then I didn't buy one for myself because they were so cheap. I didn't buy one for myself because they were so cheap, and there were so many of them. And then one day they just disappeared, and there was like none left, and the price went up to like, I don't know, like $20 or something. So I thought, okay, I better buy it now. And I think it's about 100 now.
So I know. I just checked those the other day. I was like, dude, these are so crazy expensive. But yeah, I would never get rid of like any of the stuff that's anyone's ever gifted me. Like, it's staying with me forever. It's like a nice little reminder of like, you know, you guys just being so freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna grade some of the cosmic cards that you sent me. Like, the ones you sent me were like in great shape.
Yeah, well, especially Sun and Moon Japanese era. Like, probably, I want to say maybe towards the end of the Sword and Shield era.
Yeah,
Japanese quality started to slip. So they're obviously printed in Japan.
Yeah.
And then especially in Scarlet and Violet, like post 151, like starting with 151, Japanese took a huge like slip in quality. It's still far, far, far superior to English, but
Yeah.
I definitely noticed like in the past, like that era, those character rares are pretty much guaranteed to be 10s.
That's crazy. And I
Yeah.
haven't even checked what a PSA 10 and some of those cards would even be, because I believe you sent me the Red's Pikachu as well, or the one from Cosmic,
Yeah.
correct?
So that
Yeah.
one, I think maybe in Chinese, that might be the only one that's really valuable. And then maybe the Dawn's Piplup as well. In the 10, they might. I know the Red's Pikachu now is crazy expensive in every language.
Damn, dude. So crazy.
It's like, I think in the PSA 10 now, it's like, the last I checked, which was like 4 months ago or something, so it might have changed. But at that point, it was like a $600 in English and like
That's insane.
300 in Japanese or something. So in Chinese, it would probably be worth, I don't know,
Right.
maybe 100 or something.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful card. I love this that whole era of the train. I mean, they're like pre-trainer gallery, right?
Yeah.
But
So
they look.
yeah.
Go
Oh, I
ahead.
was going to say, Danny Phantom Gallery says that those cards are like the prototypes for
Yeah.
the trainer gallery in the Sword and Shield era. And I
Yeah.
think, yes, it basically is.
Yeah, they're amazing, dude. They're like some of my favorite arts. And I don't think I even saw those arts until you sent them to me. And then I went back into the Sun and Moon era, completely did a deep dive, and I was like, oh my gosh, these freaking cards are gorgeous.
So do you remember the VMAX Climax booster box?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So I bought. So that is the most heavily printed traditional Chinese booster box of all time. So with traditional Chinese, they don't do reprints. They just like release one batch and then that's it. And then when it's gone, it's gone.
Damn.
And then with VMAX Climax, they did a second reprint. And it's the only set that I know of that's had two. Over then that Dragonite box that I told you, that sent to Eric, that says called Dreams Come True, and it's got some like crazy expensive cards in there because they're exclusive to Japanese and traditional Chinese. Like they're not even out in Korean or Indonesian or anything. But those two booster boxes, Dreams Come True and VMAX Climax, they were the only traditional Chinese booster boxes to get reprints. And then both times it just completely crushed the market. Like
damn.
The first print run sold out like super fast. And then the second print run like just stood on store shelves like forever. So that VMAX Climax box that I sent you,
Yeah,
I got it like way below retail. And on top of that, the guy sent me he didn't send it specifically to me. It was like in the listing. It was like he had like 10 boxes and he was like buy a VMAX Climax booster box and get an entire set of the Cosmic Eclipse character rares for free. What? So that's why I sent you that box and then that set of characters.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Because I just figured you from like watching the content, you're like, oh, he didn't have any exposure to Sun and Moon, so let's just send him some Sun and Moon.
Part of the reason as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I also love those cards. I think I've got 2 sets myself. I think I've got multiple copies of some of them from like opening, because at that time I was actually opening packs. I've not opened in like a long time now. But I was opening packs at that time, and so I've got a lot of the character rares like multiple times. But I think I bought like 2 boxes of VMAX Climax from that seller for myself. So he also sent me like two sets for myself.
Yeah, like these just like the hollow foil on this goes crazy, insane. I probably just destroyed its value now, but whatever. Yeah, I'll be sending that to PSA for sure. Yeah. And then, dude, like even these have gone up like crazy.
Yep.
Like gone. Like
those cards that is like my biggest regret, because those cards in simplified Chinese, it's not convenient for me to get simplified Chinese. I'll get into that a little bit later. But okay. I got like much better access than most people have. And they were like 1 cent cards in China at that time, like 1 cent. I'm not even joking, because there was like a money glitch with the simplified Chinese Sun and Moon boxes. There was a legitimate money glitch I'll get into that as well. But basically, those cards were like 1 cent cards in China, and then they were selling them on eBay for $1.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah. So like I regret it as well. I could have got like 100 cards for like $1 or something. Basically, I should have just bought. And I never expected them to like ever pop off.
Yeah, and they're still like pretty affordable because people sell the lots. Have you seen those on eBay in the US?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, dude, if you guys don't have these tag team cards, like just go buy the lot. I think when you kind of put me onto them, they were like around $20, $15. I think now they're in the hundreds now.
Oh, you're talking for like the full set, right?
Yeah, full set. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
makes sense. Yep.
Which is just incredible.
The glitch that I was talking about, that money glitch with the simplified Chinese Sun and Moon era boxes, was that when simplified Chinese came out, the entire Sun and Moon era had just started like booming in English. The prices were going crazy. It was like that first initial spike that Sun and Moon saw. And the cards overnight, the Sun and Moon cards, they jumped from being like $20, $30 singles to being like $200, $300 singles for the tag team cards. And there was a glitch where in China, you could buy a case of Sun and Moon booster boxes, open the entire case, and then you could sell the singles, like just the secret rares. You could sell them on eBay to international people who had no idea that they had just come out in China. And like and the other thing is that Japanese Sun and Moon was so underprinted because Westerners were not collecting Japanese at that time. So like that era right now, I think that is maybe the tag team cards in Japanese, they might be even more expensive than English because
they're booming right now.
They're so underprinted compared to what Japanese is now. So there was like no cheap option for those Sun and Moon cards, and then like all these Chinese sellers suddenly had access to them, and they were opening them, and then like the cards that were like selling for like $200 in English, they were listing them for like $50, $60 in Chinese. And like basically you open a booster box, get your money back, and then you've got like all of the other cards on top of what you sold the single for, which was probably in many cases like more than the cost of the booster box after the eBay fees, after everything. So it was like a serious money glitch.
That's insane.
And the other thing is that simplified Chinese Sun and Moon was like nothing compared to Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, because the only people opening simplified Chinese Sun and Moon were people that were already collecting traditional Chinese or Japanese Sun and Moon. And like the number of people collecting Pokemon in China at that time was like so few that people didn't even know that you could do that. But now everybody in China knows that you can like buy the latest Chinese boxes and then flip the cards on eBay and earn money. So the profit margins there for the latest sets are not, and definitely nowhere near as high as what they were in the Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
you're basically guaranteed. Like you buy 5 booster boxes of simplified Chinese Sun and Moon, you're gonna like double your money by selling on eBay.
Yeah, doesn't it seem like, and just from that time to now, how terrible the markets have been with just like flipping in general. I mean, even with simplified Chinese and traditional Chinese, right? How close of an eye on the market on both simplified and traditional do you have?
Like I pretty much know everything. Like I check them.
Oh yeah. Oh, so so the profit, the flipping is just as. Do you think? Would you say that the flipping and just people keeping their eye on the market for profits, is it as bad as what we see here in the United States? Is for
in China it is. In Taiwan, not really. So in Taiwan, you can get traditional Chinese like at any 7-Eleven, like a full booster box, and retail you can get it online for like slightly below retail price. There's never been any problem with traditional Chinese. Like I said before, they do one print run, and then those booster boxes typically last maybe like 2 or 3 months, and then they're gone and they're disappeared forever, basically.
Damn.
Yeah, but like for that period between the new set and the next two sets coming out, like you have no real problem picking up
Okay.
traditional Chinese for retail price. People are not like scalping or anything over here. But
Oh,
in China, it got crazy. I put the blame on PokeRev.
a PokeRev?
Really. So it's two things. It's kind of two things that really. So China now with Pokemon, up until this latest set, the Gem Pack 4 just launched.
Yeah.
There's no interest in it. But I want to say after the 1,510 like limited copy Mew, after that was released or announced, there was so much attention that began to get paid to simplify Chinese, and then with the 151 Collect 151 Gengar set, that like pushed it over the edge. So it had kind of already the Mew card had pulled the attention to people, and people started to realize that there were exclusive cards, because before that Mew card was announced in limited production, there were already a lot of simplified Chinese exclusives that nobody cared about, and they were cheap. And it was like once that Mew got announced, everybody's attention was on simplified Chinese, and then these exclusive cards began to get more expensive. But it was really the Collect 151 Gengar, and when PokeRev opened it, that just like pushed it over the edge. And ever since that point, until this most recent set, it's just been constantly being scalped in America.
It's just been mayhem. Yeah.
Because what people need to realize is that Pokemon's still not popular in China. And what happened is they create these exclusive cards for Westerners, not for Chinese people. And then Westerners will pay money for those exclusive cards, especially when they put the pull rates low like they did with the Gengar. And people buy up the products. And then the people in China, they realize, hey, if I buy these Pokemon cards and I hold them for a little bit of time, then the price increases incredibly fast. It's a great investment. So that's basically what happened. PokeRev opened the Gengar. He did like a mass opening where he opened like 24 boxes of the Gengar, Collect 151 Gengar set. And he did like one video first where he didn't pull a single Gengar from like 12 boxes. And then there's like a waterfall with the YouTube algorithm where people who watch like PokeRev, and he'll get 120,000 views on a video or whatever, and he'll do like a Collect 151 Gengar like chase opening or whatever, opening 12 boxes of Collect 151 Gengar, and 120,000 people watch that video. And then what happens after that is the algorithm will throw out all of these other smaller YouTubers who basically replicate his video. It'll push like those smaller YouTubers videos out to like the people who actually watched the full video from PokeRev. So there's like a whole sub genre of YouTube of people just copying PokeRev to like ride his algorithm or whatever. So the Collect 151 Gengar set came out and it blew up because of the PokeRev video. Like I'm gonna put that blame. I like PokeRev. I actually do like him, but I think he is basically like the guy that boomed like simplified Chinese. That video that he did. After he did that video, so many smaller YouTubers did the same video, and it was like millions of views, like chasing the Gengar and whatever like that. And then the very next set that came out after that was Gem Pack 3 featuring Gengar, and it was like the same exact thing again. But if you look at the Pikachus from before the Gengar, from the first two sets, the original Pikachu that's like jumping, and then the Psyduck Pikachu, they were expensive cards. But it wasn't until like that Gengar card came out that people actually like started to go back and go crazy for all four cards.
Yeah, I love those cards. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I like those cards. So I saw Blackwire, and you did the stream the other day, and Blackwire had just bought the card. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it is the time to start thinking about those cards now, because myself, like, I like those cards. I'm never going to buy the Gengar because it's just too expensive for my liking. But I do think that the other Pikachu's there, they do have the potential. I think people genuinely love those cards. I don't want to miss out on them. So I think that I am going to pick up at least two of them,
Damn.
like
Okay.
whichever ones I can get for cheaper. And I'm not going to buy them in like PSA 10s or anything. I'm going to probably buy a CCIC 9.5. And I
Okay.
was looking at the prices. It's going to be about $200.
I did see one when the card show I went to with Jodo Jake and Team Rocket Joey and Eric. The Gengar actually I was looking at was the he's like he looks like he's in like a little library where he's like kind of from the side like floating.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gym
And
Pack 3. Yep.
yeah, Jim back there. Yeah, they had that card there with that grading company for like $100, and I'm so stupid I didn't pick that up, but I'll get another chance. Well, since I have you on, I know a lot of people, and it's been a topic for discussion for a lot of my lives. A lot of people, they're afraid that these Chinese exclusive cards will come to English potentially in either the 30th anniversary or something. Is there anything you can kind of inform those type of people with maybe something they're not seeing or something they don't know?
Okay, so I think it's not impossible, but it's almost impossible. Almost. So I kind of just got into it a moment ago that the reason that they're making these cards, it's not for the Chinese people. It's for Westerners. Like they're making these cards to push a new language, and the way that they push the new language is by making it skyrocket in price, like immediately after release. And what they're doing is they're creating cards which are incredibly difficult to pull and incredibly loved Pokemon by Westerners. And then Westerners see those cards and they're like, I need to get it. So they buy it in Chinese. That brings up the value in China. And then the Chinese people see like Pokemon is a good investment, and then they get into it. Because currently in China, there's a lot of misinformation. People seem to think that Chinese people suddenly love Pokemon. It is definitely not the case. People in China do not love Pokemon. Like seriously, people in China, they're not really interested in Pokemon. There's another TCG, that's the app that I use to follow the simplified Chinese market. There's another TCG that's like infinitely more popular. It's called Three Kingdoms. It's called Three Kingdoms, and it's like a TCG based on Chinese history. And it's incredibly popular. And Pokemon doesn't even touch it. And remember last time I came on the live, we discussed how Pokemon was shadow banned in China. A lot of people say that it was banned in China. It wasn't banned in China. It was just the government didn't allow it to be aired in peak TV time. So it was like after 9 p.m. or something, they could air Pokemon, and kids were in bed and not watching it at that time. So there's basically like no real nostalgia or interest in Pokemon in China. So they're creating interest in Chinese products for Westerners to buy them up and then hopefully make them become investable in China, which they're hoping, I guess, that is what will bring legitimate interest in these products in China. And if they ever make them available in other languages, then it's just going to ruin everything. Like it's going to ruin their entire plan. They're basically trying to get their share of a population of 1.4 billion people, which don't have any interest in Pokemon. And if they make these cards available, then that interest is just going to evaporate. So I would say there's like a 99% chance that they don't come out in any other language.
But I wonder if Pokemon's on the same page with that, though. Are they, in, with China and with the, with the United States or the English Pokemon market? Are they aligned? Do they care if they step on each other's feet, or what do you
I
think?
don't know. Is in the end, the money all goes to the same company. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, Pokemon International is a subsidiary of Pokemon Japan, but in the end, the profits are still shared. It doesn't matter if the sales come from China, Taiwan, Japan, Indonesia, the US, the UK, wherever. Like, in the end, it's all going back.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. There was a question up here. I think he said, oh, here it is. What exclusive simplified Chinese cards are you excited about?
Okay, so I actually just bought a couple. I bought the Meowth from the Gem Pack 3 and the Chandelier from the Gem Pack 3. And they're currently like very, very cheap. I also want to get the Ceruledge from Gem Pack 3. And then the 4 Pikachus. So those are like the cards that I really like right now. I know a lot of people like the Cubone. I also like the Cubone, but it's too expensive, like for how much I like it.
Yeah.
And then the most recent set, Gem Pack 4 that just came out is like trash. It's like seriously terrible product. So this is like the first set in mainland China in a long time that's not getting scalped. Like I can go online now to like the Chinese equivalent of TCG player and buy 10,000 boxes for like $3 above retail price.
Damn. And what's the main chase in that box?
It's the Ponyta.
Oh, the Ponyta. I like the Ponyta.
I like it as well.
Cool.
I like it. But the thing about that is the gem pack boxes from the previous 3 sets have been stacked with exclusive cards, and this one only has the Ponyta.
Damn.
Yeah. So like, if you really analyze that gem pack set, it is terrible. There's 28 common cards in the set, and then there's 28 art rares, and you get 1 art rare per box. So you've got a 1 in 28 chance of pulling the Ponyta. 1 in 28. So good luck trying to pull it. And then on top of that, all of the other 27 cards, they're not exclusive. They're like cheap. Most of them are like cheap in English. So there's not really any incentive to buy it. And then on top of that, like I just said, there's only 28 common cards. So you're just pulling the same common card over and over and over and over again. And then you get 1 art rare. There's 28 different art rares, but you're only getting 1 in a box. So you're pulling the same 28 cards over and over again. They have 5 different holo variants of the same card. So there's like the way they've numbered it is like card 101 out of 28, card 102 out of 28, 103 out of 28, 104 out of 28, 105 out of 28, and then it goes 201. It's like the 5 different holo variants.
I remember when I opened one of my last Chinese openings, I'm like, why is there so many different like pattern variants of like a reverse holo? I was like, it's the same damn card 100 times.
It's the same with every gem pack set. The gem pack sets are all the same. The same, usually around about 25 to 30 cards, and they're just the same common card that you pull over and over again with a different holo variant.
Bro, it's so annoying. Blackwire says, I want that Chinese Carmine. I saw that card. It's so good.
I like it a lot more than the
Larry?
The Carmine, the regular SAR Carmine that we got in English and Japanese.
Oh, and Mask of
Change.
Change.
It's holding like the fried noodles and the fried egg.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that card. You like that card?
Well, I don't dislike it, but I like this one. I know it looks a lot more subtle where she just sat down eating the watermelon.
Yeah. I grabbed the, I don't know if you saw, I grabbed the simplified Chinese exclusive or just Chinese exclusive, the Larry.
Yeah. I think it's a good move. Larry is, so I don't know the reason why. I played the Scarlet and Violet games. It must be an anime or something. I don't know. But people genuinely love Larry. I don't know why. I don't know the reason why people love Larry so much. Like, especially if you ever watch like an Opossum Butt video, always talk like, "Oh, Larry is my favorite card from the Scarlet and Violet era," and he's being serious. And like,
No.
yeah, serious. Larry's his favorite from Scarlet and Violet. And then like you read the comments, he's not being sarcastic. He's like being genuinely like. I think it's like because he's like a hardworking man or something like that.
Yeah, he's like the 9 to 5 guy.
Yeah. So like people genuinely love Larry. I've heard there's some kind of thing in the anime. I also saw it on the Pokemon official YouTube page as well. They posted like a screenshot of Larry, and then the comment section was going crazy. They were like #1 trainer in Paldea and whatever. Like people seem to genuinely love Larry.
Yeah, I like him just because he's like the 9 to 5 businessman. You know that, I mean, we hear all these stories of like the Japanese 9 to 5 businessman just like working himself to death, and like his life, he's like very depressed, and like so I kind of felt that with Larry. So it's kind of cool that Pokemon just shared, you know, that feeling on a card with their audience. That's why I like Larry. I did play the game as well. I liked his character, but I didn't see anything like that stood out to me. You know, it's kind of like what was the other girl?
He's depressed. Like in the game, he's like a depressed gym leader.
Yeah. He's exactly what they describe the 9 to 5 Japanese businessman. He needs to work himself to death. He's just depressed. So I like that. I like him. I did play the game as well. I didn't, like I said, his personality wasn't really like out there, but I think he's relatable to like maybe a lot of people. So. Blackwire says Japanese salarymen closely identify with Larry. Yeah, exactly. Here's a question for us, Card Fighter. Question: if they stopped making exclusive for Simplified Chinese, will it boost or crash the other exclusives?
Okay, so I think the earlier they stop the exclusives, the better it actually is for them long term. That's my take. I think that there's getting to be way too many exclusives, and people have stopped caring about them now.
Yeah.
If you look back at the Gem Pack 3 set, there were 5 exclusive cards in that set. They had the Cubone, the Gengar, Chandelure, Ceruledge, and one more, Meowth.
Yeah.
And most of those cards, only the Gengar and Cubone are really worth anything. Like I just said, I bought the CCIC in the 10 of the Meowth, and the Meowth is my favorite out of all of those. I like it more than the Cubone and more than the Gengar. And I bought it for about $22 directly from China to Taiwan. And then after I bought it, I was like, let me check the price of this on eBay. And I looked at the most recent sales. It was even cheaper.
Damn.
Yeah, because they were from auctions, and the card was auctioned in CCIC 10, the same grading company that I bought mine from. And they were like $20, $19 or something like that. And I only just bought that card yesterday. So it's not like I looked at this like days ago or whatever, weeks ago. It's like right now. So I think they're kind of diluting it right now. There's way too many. It's becoming like, I want to say like almost like people have stopped caring about them at this point. So I think like going forward, I think the Carmine is going to be very expensive because I think that people in Japan are going to want it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but like and then I think if they made Charizard, Greninja, like the top Dragonite, whatever, top like upper percentage Pokemon that people really enjoy, if they made them exclusive in Chinese, then people would go crazy for them. But I think like right now there's just way too many. I think maybe that might be why they dialed back in this latest Gem Pack set and only had one. Because it seems like people just don't care about them. Right now, people only seem to be focused on the 4 Pikachu cards.
Yeah. So would you recommend someone, if they wanted to buy one of those like really expensive Pikachu cards, would you recommend them waiting, or do you think now's a good time to buy them?
I think that those, okay, so this is going to sound crazy, and I'm not saying that it's going to reach that level, but I think that those 4 Pikachu cards are the next Punch-Out cards. Yeah. I really do believe it. I think that people love those 4 cards. I think that they're done with them. Because if you remember when they announced those cards, they said for 1 year, because they didn't release 151. that we got and Japan got in traditional Chinese, Indonesian, Thai, whatever language, we got like the 151 set. And then in simplified Chinese, they didn't get that. They said that instead of releasing the 151 set, they're doing like a 1 year run of multiple products, and they're going to do 4 sets. The 1 year is finished now. And if you look at the next, and they were putting those collect 151 packs in like all of the auxiliary products. So like if you bought like a sleeved, what are they called? Blisters? What are like a 3-pack blister or something? Then there'd always be like 151 collect pack. Or if you bought like the figurine box, there'd be like 151 packs in them. But if you look now, they're now moving on to the 30th anniversary packs. So I think they're done with 151. I don't think that there's going to be any more 151 packs entering the market. And then I think that slowly the price is going to increase. And the exclusivity and the difficulty in pulling those cards, I really believe that they're not going to reach the level of Poncho, but they're going to be like I think they're going to be like the top, like, I guess, grail cards for a lot of people in the future.
Damn.
Yeah. I really do believe that. Like that I always said, last time I came on your live, I said I'm not touching those cards.
Yeah.
And just recently, I've decided, okay, I'm going to try and at least get the 2 cheaper ones.
Damn, dude. Now you're going to make me have FOMO.
When you look at the pop reports as well, they're pretty low. Like even the first Pikachu, which came out almost a year ago now, it's just like the Pikachu jumping. It's only got like, it's been out a full year. It's only got like 3,000, which sounds like a big number, but when you compare it to like modern Pokemon, it's not that big of a number. PSA are grading, I think I heard they're grading 50,000 Pokemon cards a day right now.
Let me see what some of those are going for right now on eBay.
I was checking them yesterday. I was checking 9.5s as well. CCIC 9.5s.
Here's the Psyduck right here for. Let me add this to the stage. For a grand.
Yeah. PSA 10. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check the PSA 10 prices because it's expensive for me. Like I'm not going to buy that. There's no way.
And then there's this one right here as well.
Yeah, so that's the one that I was just talking about. That's the cheapest right now in China. So like I was looking at 9.5 from like the local grading. And in the 9.5 from the local grading company, it's like $250.
No way.
For that one. Well, I don't know. If you check the PSA 9, it would probably also be considerably cheaper.
Okay, let me pull up PSA.
Tip to anybody as well, if you ever see these CCIC cards, kind of put them on level with CGC. So if you see a CCIC 9.5, it's probably going to be similar to a CGC 9.5, the same for a 10. And then they've got like the gold label as well, which is like the CGC 1510. So like a CCIC 10 is not equivalent to a PSA 10. It's probably got like a couple of small flaws, unless it's got the label.
That card raw is 600, 152 in a 9. That doesn't seem that bad.
But if you also,
it's a bid. It's an auction. Yeah, this Gengar is about 1,000, 2K for a 10. Wow.
Yeah. So in China as well, the Gengar in the 9.5 was going for 1K yesterday.
Jesus.
I haven't looked at the prices on 10s, and the PSA slabs in China right now, they're like very limited numbers because they blocked submissions from China.
Yeah, I need to grab the Gengar Pikachu sooner than later. I might even flip a Pokemon or a booster box for one of those cards. I think I'm with you there.
I do says that he puts those Pikachu cards in like the screen category. I would probably agree with that.
I agree as well. Yeah.
I think like they're all out there now. There's probably not going to be many more coming to market, so they're going to slowly increase in value. And I don't think they're going to stop increasing in value.
Damn, dude, what can I sell? I'm like looking around. What can I sell to grab one of those? one of those Gengar cards, or Gengar Pikachu. I do really like the other Gengar. Like I said, the one where he's like in the library. That's like $100. I think we have plenty
I
of
think
time.
that's another good play as well. Like if somebody doesn't want to spend 1K on a or 2K on a like a 151 Pikachu Gengar, like just get the gem pack, because the gem pack 3 also has the bad pull rates per card, and on top of that, it's got 5 exclusives in the set. So it's not even like Gengar is the only chase. And then it's only $100. If you sell it for $100, I would probably, if I was in the States and interested in that card, I probably would have picked it up.
Yeah, that's probably going to be my next actual pickup. I've just been so uninterested in singles that aren't like exclusives, like the Chinese exclusive cards. Like they've just been killing it with the art. So I'm definitely going to try to pick those up sooner than later. It's just crazy how fast just the cards that we're looking at right now, the Gengar Pikachu is already at $2,000, which is insanity, dude. I swore I just did a video on them when they were like sub 1,000.
Yeah,
so that's
well, if you think about it, it's not even been out that long.
I know.
It's been out less than 4 months, I think.
Yeah, this market, dude, it's like with these prices, it's kind of turned me off from buying.
Yeah.
I know some people get excited when these market prices are so high, but for me, it doesn't really. I want Pokemon to be like available for everybody. When it's this expensive, I feel like the people with money, they're the only ones that are left here in the space. You kind of can see it within the comment sections, or the certain comments I get, or the Discord messages or whatever. And I just feel like we've lost like the whole bottom half of like the hobby. I don't know. That's just how I feel with this.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said at the start of the stream, I haven't really been buying anything now for pretty much a full year, because I can't justify the prices. Like I'm picking up traditional Chinese singles, like, but that's not really what I was collecting before. Like my main collection was trying to pick up English cards in like really nice condition of like the alt art that I actually liked. But like before Glory of Team Rocket, English, Destined Rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Before Destined Rivals came out, I was looking at the Ethan's Ho-Oh. And I told you earlier that I have my red set. I also really wanted to do one for Ethan as well. So get like all of the Ethan cards in the PSA 10 in English. And I genuinely, at that time, I thought, okay, because everyone was talking about when Destined Rivals comes out, that's going to be the 9-month mark since Surging Sparks, and everything's going to calm down, and there's going to be enough product for everybody, and fine. So I really, at that time, like in the run up to Destined Rivals, I was planning like, okay, I'm going to try and get the Ethan set in the PSA 10, and I'm like, no, it's just, I'm not. There's no way that I'm going to spend $200 on an Ethan's Ho-Oh in a PSA 10 when, if it was in the Sword and Shield era, like when you think to those big chase cards in the Sword and Shield era, other than the Evolving Skies Rayquaza when that first came out, and then the Umbreon VMAX, like those were like the two big expensive cards. But other than that, most Sword and Shield alt arts when they came out in the PSA 10 were sub $100. So it's crazy now. Like the chase of a set will come out and it'll be $300, $400, $500 on release. And like back only 2 or 3 years ago, you could get the chase in a set in the PSA 10 for $100.
Yeah, a lot of people would tell me from, they would say, back in the day at a card show, you can literally get a PSA 10 of your favorite alternate art for like $100-ish compared to what it is now. What do you think about these prices just coming out this hot? Like, obviously, I mean, I think they're not sustainable, but what do you kind of see in this next short-term future?
I have no idea if it is. So we're seeing like the two graphs. It's become almost a meme at this point of like Destined Rivals, where the sealed is going up and then the singles is like going down. Like when you compare the two graphs like next to each other, and I've seen like all the people saying explain to me how the Destined Rival Seal product is going up so high and then the chase cards are dropping so low. So the chases are dropping in price, but honestly, I don't know how low they're actually going to drop. Like the Team Rocket's Mewtwo came off for $500, right?
Yeah.
Like that. At one point, it was $500. You know how much it is now? I have no idea.
Around
400. Right? So it's dropped. And honestly, I don't see it becoming like before. I don't think that specific card, that Mewtwo, is ever going to drop to, even if they keep printing and keep printing and keep printing it. I just don't see that Mewtwo, because the price point's been established. It's been ingrained in people's minds already that this is a $500 card. And then like they print more of it and they're like, okay, it's a $450 card. It's a $400 card. But I don't think they're going to print enough copies where it goes down to a sub 100 card like it would have been if it came out in the Sword and Shield era.
Yeah, it's $415 right now. I saw a few listed on eBay. Here's my like my thesis. I think that Pokemon is printing so many of those like stupid collection boxes, or these like, you know, you're getting one pack and like the Charizard UPC. So people are getting chances of pulling some of these cards. And that's why you see the singles are starting to go down, but the booster box, like nobody's opening a booster box at this point. Everyone here in America, we're like deathly afraid that we're never going to get booster box reprints, so no one opens them. Yeah. So you got these boxes just climbing at an alarming rate. But you know, it's just silly. Like I don't understand how much longer we can go with some of these, you know, singles just coming right out the gate. You know, $500, or you know, a booster box that's 8 months old already, you know, pushing $600. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter how many times you try to break it down to me, like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. But I think it's actually going to continue. I think until the new printing facility opens, I actually think like it's just going to continue to be like this, because they haven't been able to catch up yet. It's already like long past that print window that they were talking about. Like they were saying like 9 months or whatever to catch up is long past that already. We're at like the 14, 15 month mark by now.
Yeah. And I don't,
so and until they open the new printing facility, then maybe that's when they catch up. But
yeah, and I think even with that printing facility, everyone just is on the same page. Or like, oh, it's just gonna mean booster box reprints. I'm like, no, dude, it means so much more than that. It can mean new cards, new textures, new whatever. It doesn't have to mean just more prints, right?
Sure.
There was a Shug says, over the next decade, we're going to get so many crazy arts. I think only 2 to 5% of cards in that time period will hold/grow in value. Interesting take, but I'm going to have to disagree, just because of how many people are in this hobby now and how many people see these cards as like investments. Yeah. What do you think, Jordan?
No, I would probably agree with you. I think that, I don't know. I don't think until they can meet demand, like things are going to drop. And then I think once they can meet demand, everything that's already not being met, that's not meeting demand, is going to be out of print cycle. Like it's going to be out of rotation in the game. So they're probably not even going to go back and print it.
Yeah, it just seems.
No, it's just speculation. Nobody knows really.
Yeah, exactly. Jodo Jake says Spanish going to get exclusive art soon enough. I hope, bro. I hope we just get all the Mexican and Spanish Pokemon exclusive arts. We get Fuecoco alternate art. We get some Sailor Ridge, you know, exclusive arts. I think that'd be pretty cool. I just love that we're getting you know, country specific cards. I think that's really cool, and it's something that I don't know. I know how you said that China doesn't have that nostalgic feeling, but it's definitely got to make, you know, someone proud or happy that they're getting those Pokemon cards in their respective language. Don't you think, or no?
I don't know, because Blackwire was on your stream the other day, and he showed that he bought the PSA 10 Pikachu traditional Chinese 5th anniversary card.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
But people in Taiwan are like really salty about that, and I could definitely see people in other languages being pretty salty about their exclusive cards like not being affordable, because Blackwire said that he got that card for like $100.
Yeah.
And that card was never $100 in Taiwan. Like from release, it was more expensive. So I don't know how he managed to get it for 100. Maybe they kept some behind in Japan. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe the distributor who sends them to Taiwan. I have no idea how the distribution works between Japan and Taiwan with the traditional Chinese. But that card came to Taiwan, and then it didn't even make it out to collectors. Like from the get-go. Like it was shipped to China, to the US, to Japan. I guess probably they kept some behind in Japan or whatever. So at no point in Taiwan did people have the opportunity to even buy that card for $100.
That's terrible.
Right. So, and I think a lot like Taiwan doesn't really get very many exclusive cards. And I think that so eBay pricing before people knew about it. That's the other thing though about that card, is that people knew about it like within a week. I remember probably like 1 week after the card launch, Twice Baked Jake put out a YouTube video about it, and he's saying, "Oh, I just bought 2 copies of these from my friend in Hong Kong, and I bought them for $200 a piece or something like that."
Damn.
It was literally like that card exploded in value immediately. It was like basically nobody in Taiwan had the opportunity to get it. If I remember you covering it on the podcast, and I said, I think that card's going to come out and it's going to be $50, because you and Eric were speculating how much it was going to be. And my reason behind that was that it was like a $100 collection box. And the booster box, it came with a booster box, a key ring, and the promo card. And the booster box came out in Taiwan, the booster boxes sell for about $47. So I figured that the promo card would be like $50. And like right from the get-go, the promo card was over $100 in Taiwan. Like it sold out. Like you couldn't even go to the store and get it. And Taiwanese products, like traditional Chinese, is not even scalped. So this is like really, really like, I don't know. It's kind of, so that's the thing. Back to answer your question, traditional Chinese doesn't have that many exclusive cards. And the ones that it does have, they're all crazy expensive to the point where like it's not really affordable for the average person to buy them. And for like the Korean not Mew, Ditto with the Lapras. Like unless you bought that card in Korea, like
at the festival.
At the festival, or if you got it within the first couple of weeks, I don't think anybody would have expected it to explode in value that fast. So
how much is it now? Is it?
I have no idea. I've not checked it, but I guess people probably in Korea, it was like given out at a festival or something.
My friend went to it multiple days.
Yeah. People probably expected it to be like a $10 card in Korea, I would guess.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Raw is $100. PSA 10 is $185.
Not that bad, but like $100 for a raw card.
Oh yeah.
It's giving away for free. Like within the YouTube space, $100 doesn't seem like a lot of money, but like I don't think it's actually that many people willing to drop $100 in Korea or in China or in Taiwan on like one specific card.
No, yeah, for sure. It's even I have trouble pulling the trigger on some cards that are over 100. I'm like, do I really want this card as much as I think I do? Brandon says I do international strategy from. Yeah, Brandon was probably just on it just from day one.
I'm not saying that I'm definitely not like trying to insinuate at all that he's lying. I definitely believe him that he got that for $100. But I'm saying like in Taiwan, it wasn't possible to get that card for $100.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's crazy. I think if we get the Spanish exclusive cards, I think we'll be safe there. I don't think too many people.
It depends if it's something like a Fallout or something, then I think it doesn't matter.
You know that says Pikachu with a mustache would go crazy for Mexican exclusive. I want a Pikachu with a mustache and a Howlucha for the Spanish exclusive, because I believe the guy I buy my Spanish booster boxes, he's from Mexico, and we were talking back and forth, and he was saying the same thing. He's like, dude, we need some Mexican exclusives. And I was like, that would be pretty cool, because Mexico and Spain are two totally different places that don't really see eye to eye. So I wonder if it'd be a Spanish exclusive, if people in Mexico would feel some type of way, just like I'm sure every other country feels some type of way. But I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for the future of anything but English cards. I am so turned off of English cards. Shook says,
I'm English to get back to normal.
Shook says that Poncho Pikachu wearing a literal poncho would be amazing. Yeah, like yeah, I just want English to be affordable for everybody, and I don't think it's going to be that for a very long time. So I'm waving the white flag, and I didn't really like opening English product anyway. Like, you watch my videos, I just got annihilated. It's just once you start opening other languages, I'm like, why am I here? I'm not trying to flip, for 10x profit, to feed my family. It's not that. So
I got some English, like I said before, I'm not really a sealed collector, but I definitely bought some English products with the intention of opening them with my son in the future.
Nice.
But he's not interested in Pokemon. So,
no, it was like, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. So my son's 6 years old, and he has zero interest in Pokemon. Yeah. So I bought like celebrations and some Sun and Moon collection boxes at the end of the Sun and Moon era. And I've still got those with the intention originally of like opening them in the future with my son. And like, there's no way. Like, even if he became interested in Pokemon now, there's no reason to even, like, why?
You guys could open a pack,
right. Yeah.
Because what do you?
You're gonna spend hundreds of dollars, and then, well, not spend, but like, it's hundreds of dollars worth of products, like sometimes in a pack, like Team Up, 100, whatever it is, and you're gonna pull nothing. So it's
nothing.
Like, it would be a stupid decision. Like, even if he did become interested in it, to open it.
Yeah, that's Eric. Eric said the same thing on one of the podcasts. He was like, yeah, I'm going to open it with my kid. I was like, dude, you would just be throwing tens of thousands of dollars away at that point. Do you have any Cosmic Eclipse or Team Up?
Yeah, I do. So I got,
oh shit.
I don't have much sealed products, but most of my sealed products is like the 1-pack blisters with the promo cards.
Yeah.
So I'd always buy 4. I told Jake this a while ago as well. And I'd buy them packed specifically because it just feels so bad in English when you open something and then you get nothing. So I'd always buy the 1-pack blisters with the promo cards, 2 of each. And then I'd open 2 at the time and then keep the other 2 like sealed with the intention, like, oh, when my son gets older, we'll open them together. So I also got some, so I've got both. I still have both of the Team Up 1-pack blisters with the Mimikyu promo and
nice.
The yeah. And then I've got 2, it's called Alolan Marowak collection box. Okay. And I bought like 4 or 5 of these off a website in the UK. It's called Hot UK Deals. Mm-hmm. And, I bought them for like £12 each. Jeez. And they've got 2 packs of Team Up and a pack of Cosmic Eclipse, and then a pack of Steam Siege, XY Steam Siege inside. And there's like 1 X-Ray pack, and then the 2 packs of the best Sun and Moon set, and then 1 pack of like the second best Sun and Moon set. So I opened them, and I got like nothing from the first 2 boxes. And I was like, I'm not going to even bother opening the other 2. And like they've literally been in a cupboard now for 7 or 8 years or something.
Yeah, there's just no point to open English. You just get.
And then I've got 2 more. I've got 1 Tower of the Celeste collection box, which has 2 packs of Cosmic, 1 Evolutions, and then 1 Steam Siege, I think.
Jeez.
And then 1 from the start of the Sun and Moon era, Sword and Shield era, which was like a Galar collection box. It was like still Sun and Moon, but they put like the first starter Pokemon in there as the promos. And I think they also have Cosmic Eclipse. I can't remember. I haven't looked in a long time. But that's pretty much my entire sealed collection. It's just like those collection boxes that I just said. And then I've got like a ton of 1-pack blisters with the promos. Pretty much every set from Sun and Moon through to the end of Scala, through to Destined Rivals. And then I haven't bothered buying them with the Mega Evolutions because they're like $20 for a 1-pack blister in Taiwan. I'm like,
jeez, dude.
Yeah, unless not an English like pack, there's no point.
Well, it sounds like you have more than enough product to flip into those Gengars, the Pikachu Gengars.
That is true, but I don't know. So that's the weird thing. It's like I know I'm never gonna open them, but at the same time, like I can't sell them either. Like I don't know, I just can't bring myself to this. I'm kind of like Eric. I'm just like I can't really bring myself to selling them.
Yeah. Maybe you're like hoping that your son gets into Pokemon, and then you guys could still send a moment.
I don't think if he ever did, I don't think that'd ever be opened.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because by that time, let's say he's like 16. I mean, those boxes are probably $25K.
Yeah, who knows? Like the last I checked on those Alolan Marowak boxes was like 6 months ago, and they were like $600 or something.
Dude,
600 pounds, not dollars. 600 pounds. So maybe like $700-800.
Insane. Yeah, some of those collection boxes, dude, they just have the growth. I mean, when I first got into the Sword and Shield era, everyone said not to buy collection boxes, and now like it's if you buy a collection box with good packs in them, hold them for 10 years, they perform really, really well.
Collection boxes are good for people who are collecting on a budget, like myself. Like I've never, like I said, I've never bought a single English booster box.
Did you? So it was just you just didn't have any like any drive to like open it, or did you, or just the whole presentation of the box like it never really interested you?
No. So actually, what happened was I would open. Last time I came on the live, I told you I would open XY era packs.
Oh yeah.
And give the cards away as like prizes to my students.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought my house like right at the start of Sun and Moon era. So it was like Sun and Moon base came out, and it was like during that time period that I bought my house, and I just didn't really have any money to buy Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really buy anything other than Chinese product between that period until like the very back end of Sun and Moon. And even then, I was buying like these really cheap collection boxes from the UK and then getting them delivered to my mom's house, and then she'd send them over in a care package. And when they did come, I opened like a couple of boxes, and I was like, there's nothing in these boxes. Like there's no way that I'm opening more, because I'm definitely not a gambler. Like I have like zero like interest in gambling at all.
Yeah.
And I opened a few boxes, and I just thought there's nothing in here. Like I used to buy these XY packs, but that was like not to try and pull anything for myself. It was more like prizes for the students. Ooh. And then once I started opening for myself with those like late Sun and Moon sets, I was like, no, this is a waste of money. Yeah,
with the English product, you just feel so bad after. Like you never feel good. It's with Japanese and Korean, even with Korean, it just I feel like I have so much better of a opportunity to pull something, or at least one of the big cards.
If there's a set with like good pull rates, like Crown Zenith, I opened Crown Zenith. That was like the first set that I opened from the Sword and Shield era, and it was the last set. Oh no, I opened Celebrations as well. Celebrations. So it was like Celebrations and Crown Zenith. They were the two sets that I opened in Sword and Shield. And then throughout the whole Scarlet and Violet era, the only box that I opened was 151.
Nice. Yeah. You weren't missing much, dude. Trust me. I was those opening booster boxes around that time and just nothing on top of nothing. How much time do you have left? I know we're kind of on
We said until now, but if you want to stand a little bit longer, I could probably give you like maybe 20 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay, 50 minutes. I just want to see if anyone wants to ask any questions while we before we wrap up. See if we missed anything. I think it was just that question. But yeah, if you guys want to drop a question in the comment section, we are open.
You want to know anything about Chinese? Like I'm more clear. I can answer pretty much anything. Traditional Chinese, like.
Yeah, dude, if it was up to me, I would get rid of every single card and then just buy them again in Chinese and call it a day. Blackwire says, question, did you guys touch on scams in Chinese? Oh, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
Because I got scammed, but I got my money back. But I knew my risks.
I think if you go on eBay, you can clearly see like the price differentiation between what's real and what's fake. And sometimes those fake cards, they're expensive enough for you to believe that they're real. But then when you look at other listings and they're like significantly higher, then you can basically tell, okay, it's probably not dropped this much yet. So like the Gengar, you bought the Gengar, I think at that time it was like a $100 card, and then you bought it for like
50, 55.
So if you look at eBay and then you see like there's a bunch of listings from like respectable sellers with good feedback, and it's like a $100 card, and then you buy. You see listings for $50, and then it's going to be fake. But I can't actually say that. I can't say that because, like I said, I just sold that Pikachu, and like I sold it with zero feedback. And the listings were all $280, and then I sold it for $200. The guy that bought it for me as well, he told me that he's like, I think it's a fake card, but I'm going to take a risk. Like he actually PM'd me a message. He was like,
bro, I thought the same thing. I put in my Discord. I was like, hey guys, there's like 5 Gengars that just popped up. They're all $55. Like I'm gonna take a shot. I know how to spot because I have simplified Chinese cards. I know that it needs a stamp. I know what to look for. Brandon asked in the chat how to tell if this stuff is fake.
Okay. How to tell? Yeah. So. I think you've mentioned it in your videos multiple times, but there's 2 security measures on simplified Chinese, because simplified Chinese is like it's the home. It's like where pretty much all of the fake cards in the world are made in China. So simplified Chinese have a little stamp on the bottom left corner. Yeah, bottom left corner, and it's like a holographic Pokemon logo that's actually stamped into the texture.
There, I could be able to see it.
Yeah, I think there's no way.
Yeah, there's
you can see it. It just like pops up, unless you know where to look.
Oh, right there. It's like here.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Yep.
Stamp right there.
So it's like texturing in the bottom left corner, and the other thing is in the right corner, in like the little ribbon or whatever. There's like a Pokeball hollow there.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
Yep. So those are the 2 ways to tell if a card is real. I think there's a lot of good videos. Like if you go to Crystal Collect's channel, she's got like a good video on how to identify if a simplified Chinese card is real. So here's to go back to the Pikachu we were talking about earlier that Brandon has, the traditional Chinese 5-year anniversary. The traditional Chinese cards don't have those security stamps because it's such a niche market that there's really no reason for anybody to create fake traditional Chinese cards, because Westerners don't care about the difference between traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese. Only people in Taiwan and China care about traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese. And then the cards that they're creating that are fake, they're all the simplified Chinese because that appeals to the Chinese people. Taiwan is such a small country that it doesn't actually make sense to even produce like fake traditional Chinese cards, because there's such a small potential market for those fake cards that the time and effort that you put in, that those people like put into making those bootlegs, like it just wouldn't be worth it for them. So the problem with that is that the Pikachu, the 5th anniversary Pikachu, which is traditional Chinese, is so expensive. And traditional Chinese doesn't have the security stamp. And I see so many of those cards being sold, and people have no idea that they're fake.
Damn,
so
dude.
I would say I would not recommend anybody buying an ungraded copy of the 5th anniversary Pikachu. And even like a graded copy, I'd say don't buy a graded copy unless you see it in person. Because that's the other thing. Before I was mentioning the CCIC slabs. In China right now, the PSA slabs are like the bootleg PSA slabs are crazy. If you watch in China, they don't have YouTube, but they have this other website called Bilibili. It's like basically the Chinese equivalent of YouTube, and they also have like the investing gurus on there, and the Pokemon investing gurus. Even in China, they exist, and they've all got like their fake PSA Punch-Out Pikachus set up behind, and they look really real. Like the big thing in the past that people always said about the bootleg PSA slabs is that you can always spot it from the G, but they fixed the G. So like there's no way to even like spot a slab being fake unless you see it in hand, and then the PSA slabs have like that blue light reflection thing where if you shine a blue light in it, like the hollow PSA thing will pop up.
Yeah.
And then the other thing you've got to do is like all of the PSA slabs these days, they all have the pictures in the database. So you've got to really compare like the pictures that you see on eBay with the picture on the database and make sure it's actually the same card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, if anybody doesn't know about Crystal Collects, her channel is great. She does a lot of all the languages, all the Asian languages as well.
So I told Henry in the past about CCIC. So I've just bought my first ever CCIC slab, which was the Meow I mentioned earlier. I've never held one in hand, so I don't know the quality of them or anything like that. But CCIC is a grading company that's owned by the CCP. It's basically a state-owned grading company. So I've mentioned in the past to you and Eric that if anybody ever wants to buy cards from China, the safest way, if you're buying an expensive card, is to buy CCIC graded card, because there's nobody in China that's going to dare to create like a fake government seal, because those CCIC slabs, they are essentially government seals. It's the government saying that this is a real product. And PSA slabs, like all over the place, people will bootleg them all day and get their money, but nobody's going to risk like disappearing over creating fake CCIC slabs.
The slabs, they look pretty cool as well. I would like to own it in this slab.
Yeah, I'll let you know when my Meowth comes. I'll let you know like the quality of it, how it feels. Yeah. Oh, you said you've seen one already, right? At the card show.
Yeah. I felt one at the card show. In the video, I was trying to get Eric's attention, and he didn't care, because I was like, dude, buy this Chinese bubble Mew, and he's like, I don't care.
To answer Cardfighter's question, why is there a huge CGC presence in China? It's because PSA blocks submissions from China right now. So if you're in China and you want to send submissions to PSA, you have to like send them to Hong Kong first or send them to Japan, and it's like an extra step. Actually, I don't even know if you can send them to Japan. I don't think you can. I don't think you can send cards from mainland China to Japan to send them to PSA. I think you have to send them to Hong Kong, and then Hong Kong sends them to, like, it's like a drop-off center in Hong Kong that they've got, and then it's like PSA Hong Kong, but they don't actually grade the cards in Hong Kong. So they get dropped off there, and then they handle like all of the security measures and like the whatever upcharges you get and that kind of stuff, and then they ship them out to PSA in the States. So because they blocked submissions directly from China, and people don't want to go, like they don't want to send their cards to Hong Kong and then have them be sent, it's like an extra middle person or whatever. So people just started grading directly with CGC to flip to Westerners, because Westerners are really interested in CCIC. So like if they're planning on keeping them in China, then they grade them with CCIC. And then if they're planning to sell them abroad, if they're planning to like put them on eBay for international buyers, then they typically send them to CGC.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, guys, last minute questions before we get going. Or like right at the. I would never grade with CGC if my life depended on it. I don't like. Oh, here we go. Here's a here. All right, we'll tackle this last one, and then we'll and then the Blackwire says, really glad you could have a JTR on. We got to get a Korean guy on here next for Mr. Worldwide's channel. LOL.
I saw somebody in the comments section, like I can't remember when it was. It was pretty recently saying that they live in Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember which video it was. I definitely remember.
I had a friend that I had 2 friends that lived in Korea, but they're not in one of them's in a Pokemon and the other one was married to the other one, so I can't talk to the other one. And that was going to be my Korean plug, but maybe I'll ask her if she knows anybody that's in the Pokemon scene. She lives in Seoul, in like the popular area. But Hectic says, question, what is y'all favorite simplified Chinese exclusive? Well, mine's the Gengar, the library Gengar. How about you?
I kind of want to cheat. I don't want to say, so my favorite, I don't want to say, how about we just say non-English? So my favorite, like unreleased, so I do like the Gengar a lot. I also like the Meowth a lot. But before the 151 sets came out, the Sun and Moon era, basically in the Sun and Moon era, they released all of the unreleased Japanese cards, and they released them in Chinese. And those I like them a lot more than these recent cards. It's like Erica's Hospitality, where she's holding the Parasol.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the red, blue, and green cards, where it's like the Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle.
Yep.
So there's a lot of cards that are unreleased in English. I think most of them came from Tag Team All Stars in Japanese. But my favorite would be the Friends in Alola.
Yeah, super. Yeah, that's the one you sent me, right?
Yeah, I just actually posted about it in the Discord.
Oh, cool. Yeah, on the show off cards in that channel. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's CGC, so that will make you happy.
Oh, it's a CGC. Oh, nice. I just don't like the old CGC slabs. The new CGC slabs or whatever.
I bought that card before the big CGC scandal came out with them fake cards. I think at this point I probably wouldn't buy a CGC card.
Yeah. They're
I really like you mentioned earlier, and you're not even like a big fan of the gold label, but the CGC slab with the gold label, it looks so good to me. Like I think it looks so much better than the PSA slab.
Yeah,
it's probably my favorite slab, the CGC with the gold label.
Dang. If I had to go different slab, it'd be tag and tag.
Going right here.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
This guy is actually interesting. Like you might think, why did I grade a common Eevee?
Yeah.
This is the very first traditional Chinese card after the relaunch. So before traditional Chinese relaunched, at the start of the Sun and Moon era, they had like a big press conference in Taipei, and they handed out these promo cards only to the press. So the press who were present at the press conference, they got these promo cards, and they're just commons. Well, not commons. They're like rares in Japanese, just like standard holo rares in Japanese. But the only way you could get them in traditional Chinese was being a press member at that press conference, and there were 3 cards. It was a Pikachu, Eevee, and a Mimikyu, and you got like one of them. So
yeah,
it's something that most people probably wouldn't care about at all, like because it's just like a common in Japanese. But I don't know, the story behind it is like as a somebody who's been collecting traditional Chinese since it first relaunched, is like, I don't know, most special to me.
You know, that's my favorite part about bringing different people on for the lives, is just like, it's just moments like that just you sharing the story of like a car that no one would even look at. Like Brandon has Blackwire TCG. He has tons of those stories of just like, he's like, yeah, no one's even looking at this card because they don't know the story or whatever. So yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool to bring in different people and just like seeing their niche cards. But let's see, is there anything we missed on the I just bought, what's that I've read? I think that's pretty much it. Xavier said, can you get Captain Pika? No. Yeah, those are popping.
Not only that, like most of them are honestly, most of these exclusive simplified Chinese cards, they get shipped out to the Western and Japanese markets pretty quickly. So yeah.
Collector lores, music, experience. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for popping in. I know it's a late night live. It's like midnight, past midnight over here. And thank you, Jordan, again for popping on. And I'm so happy that you're finally in the Discord, dude.
I actually never used Discord before in my life.
So perfect.
That's why I joined it so late.
Yeah, it's a good time. There's a lot of good people in there. I'm so
I would recommend as well. Anybody who's watching this live and hasn't joined Henry's Discord, like jump in. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
me personally, I don't have any real life friends who are into Pokemon card collecting. So it's basically Discord. Like if you're like me, I'm sure there's a lot of guys in their mid to late 30s who've never used Discord before. It's like it's basically just like a group chat with a bunch of people who like Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, it's majorly like just non-English people. It's pretty much a Japanese Discord, like we said. A lot of really cool people. So I'm so happy that that's what the Discord turned into. Like I was always afraid that it was going to be something else. So just to see the community in there, like it makes me so happy. But yeah. Thank you again, Jordan, for your time, bro, and then thank you everyone as well. Again, all right, so. We will catch you guys next time. And Jordan, you're more than welcome to come on whenever you have time. Dude.
Maybe summer vacation.
Yep, let's do it. Cool. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys.